calculate the length of CD. So C to D we'll call X. So first thing I can spot in here is that I've got two triangles, 7 marks. Usually means I'm going to do sine rule and cosine rule. Although they filled most of the diagram in for you, just check they haven't told you something up in the question that they haven't put in the diagram. So we can see 11 is on the diagram, 13, 10, 7 and 37. So I need to find X over here. So if I want to find this angle side over here, cosine rule requires me to have the other two sides and the angle in between. Sine rule would require me to have two angles and two sides. So I can see that I'm going to need cosine rule over here, but to do that, I'm going to have to find this angle here. Now, because these angles are vertically opposite, I know that the angle in here, which we'll call Y, is the same as the angle in there. Now, general idea is if cosine is going to work in here, they probably want us to use sine rule on this one. Let's check that holds true. Have I got two opposite pairs? Yes, I have. So in this diagram, I'll call what I want to find A, which makes this side A, then B and side B, and this one is kind of irrelevant. We'll call it C anyway. So the sine rule tells me that sine of Y divided by the side 11 is equal to the sine of 37 divided by 13. So if I want Y on its own, take 11 over, and I get 11 times sine 37 divided by 13. And then if I want Y on its own, do shift sine on your calculator, and you will find that that angle is 30.6 degrees. I know this is 30.6, which means this is also 30.6 degrees here. Then I can use cosine rule on this triangle. So in terms of my A's, B's and C's, this is A because I'm trying to find it, so that remains A there, and then I can swap B and C around. It doesn't matter which one I put. I can leave C as it was, little c, little b. Cosine rule states A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Remember, both of the sine and cosine rule are given to you on the paper. So in our question, we've got X squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times the cos of A. Again, you should be able to type more or less all of that into your calculator, even including the square root. But if you're unsure, do it in steps and make sure you put, I would suggest, a bracket around all of that if you're not confident with your calculator's ability to do this in one go. So before the square root, I get the value of x squared being 28.496 ... and then x equals, I'm going to leave the full display on my calculator and just square root my answer so I get the most accurate possible. So I get 5.34 centimeters if I go to 2 decimal places.